I was going back and forth earlier on Twitter with some imbecile about the differences between men and women and the different roles they have in the world. And yeah, it's familiar rhetoric that you hear from the left, especially the far left, that gender roles are social constructions. They're social constructs, and people just basically made them up. It's men forcing women into these positions um, against their will, and yeah, it's basically power dynamics between the sexes. This is so catastrophically false that it's hard to know where to begin. First of all, um, every society that's ever been looked at in anthropology, um, men and women have basically the same roles. These are societies that have existed since God knows when and have never had contact with each other. If they've never had contact, how come the roles are the same in every society and culture that's ever been studied? I mean, that would just be a fantastic coincidence, wouldn't it? But when you look at it through the evolutionary lens, you go back hundreds of thousands of years as a man and woman, in a cave maybe with their babies. Who goes out and hunts for dinner? Who goes out and hunts for a wild boar or whatever it is? It's obviously the man that does it. Now, I'm well aware that the women gathered mushrooms and nuts and whatever in hunter-gatherer tribes. But if you're going to go out and hunt for meat, who is very likely to do it? It's going to be the man 100% of the time. Um, why is that? Well, because first of all, the man is bigger, he's stronger, he is faster, he can run faster, he can throw a spear with greater velocity and power, so he has a far greater chance of being successful on the hunt. The woman is not only far less likely to have a successful hunt, but she's far more likely to be injured or killed. And what happens if she is injured or killed and the man is left alone with the babies? Well, the babies are going to die because he can't feed them. If the man gets killed out in the hunt, which is less likely, at least the woman can feed the babies at her breast until she can get to kin or someone else in the tribe that can help her. So these are biological reasons why men go out and provide for their family and women stay back and look after the children. There are many other reasons, by the way, but these that I've put forward now have a basis in biology. They're not simply made up, and they have been like this in every society that's ever been studied. So when you're doing something for hundreds of thousands of years, it becomes evolutionarily ingrained. So the differences between men and women are not a surprise to anybody, least of all evolutionary psychologists or behavioral geneticists. It's only a surprise to left-wing activists that want to pretend that somehow men and women are the same. But in the same breath, they'll say that women are better than men. If men and women are the same, how are women better? But I don't say that one is better than the other. I think men and women complement each other hugely. I think they're equal but different, and they complement each other. And like Jordan Peterson said, men and women have worked together, since the beginning of time. Sometimes at each other's throats. Mostly they have worked together and cooperated, to get through, life, which was very, very hard.